My name is Sal Patalano. I've been in the channel side of the IT industry for my entire career, going back to 1983, most recently with IBM and CA Technologies, and I've played multiple roles primarily around channel transformation, channel sales, and channel marketing. I love the freedom that comes from the channel side of our business, whether it be on the corporate side of things or whether you're actually a channel partner or a system integrator or an ISV. There's a great deal of flexibility, there's a great deal of creativity involved, and things are always changing. I like to say that change is the only constant in business. And I think that is most evident when you look at the channel and how the channel operates. Nothing seems to move in a straight line. Everything is very, very fluid, and in many cases very random. And therein lies, I think, the challenge for being on the channel side of this business. The biggest change in my mind is we went from a situation where the channel was hey, let's give it a shot. Let's see what it can do for us. But, our direct sales guys really are where we need to focus. That's completely shifted to, holy cow, if we don't get the channel going, if we can't build out a channel model, we're in trouble, right? This has got to happen. So we went from it would be nice to have to we can't live without it. Currently, I think the biggest change we're seeing in the channel is the big move away from perpetual pricing into subscription pricing. We've got partners who for 30 years who have developed their business model around period revenue. They sell some software, they get revenue for it when it sells from the license, and it hits their books in that day, and they move on to the next deal. A year later, they go back in and try to make sure that the maintenance and the subscription is maintained, and they sell it. Now we're moving into a subscription-based model, where the customer is no longer necessarily paying a large sum of money up front. In some cases, they're paying it monthly, right? In other cases, they're able to dial up and dial down how much they want of any given service or product offering that's out there. This is a true consumption model. This is going to be critical to the channel. In fact, I've gone on record as having said that I would not be surprised over the next 2 to 3 years to see a full third of today's channel partners no longer operating or conducting business. Basically, I think this pricing shift is going to put a lot of folks out of business. I hope I'm wrong. I hope that folks can adapt to it, and I've put forth in some of my presentations, I've put forth a series of steps I believe can be taken both by the vendor and by the partner to accommodate this dramatic shift. I also think a critical element to marketing in today's paradigm is around automated marketing. Channel partners are, like all of us, slammed. A lot of people vying for their attention, a lot of pressures on them, 200, 250 emails a day. We all know it, we all live with it. Constantly on phone calls, constantly traveling, et cetera, et cetera. Marketing, unfortunately, for many, particularly our smaller partners that have a few hundred employees or even 50 employees, who, by the way, make up about 70% of any healthy channel ecosystem, so they're important to us, we can't forget that. Rarely do they have very sophisticated or well-staffed marketing organizations. They simply don't. And as a vendor, you need to be able to compensate for this. This is part of the whole partner experience that we spoke of. You've got to compensate for that. And the way to do that is to do that with some form of programmatic marketing tools and putting those out there to your partners. Whether it's concierge service where partners can simply come in, there's a half a dozen or a dozen programs that they can pick from and have some type of a tool that takes them through. Fine, you want to go out and run this particular lunch and learn campaign. Here's what you do, here's the steps along the way, and it feeds in their MDF funding and it puts in their own funding and it allocates resources and gives them the output. So what I'm really saying is marketing concierge or some form of programmatic marketing technology is gradually, maybe a little faster than gradually, but it's coming up and it's becoming a very, very important tool for partners when they're looking at their vendors.